What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be making another tier list, this time on regional variants. And let me just change this one's template to oh no, my list, change this one to trash tier. And then so there's been 3 regions, yes, since Generation 7. Pokemon has started adding regional variants to Pokemon from previous generations, starting with the Alolan forms all the way until the Paldean forms, which we got recently. And I thought, why not rank them all? Because honestly, I don't know why. It's a bit random for me, a random topic for me to rank in a tier list. But I just decided what could be a quick, easy video to do. As the video I originally had planned for today was supposed to be like, I was supposed to spin a wheel or like generate a random Pokemon, which I did, and then use that Pokemon in a solo run, in a like Ironmon Nuzlocke style. So I would generate a random Pokemon and try to solo the game with that Pokemon. That video ended up I ended up not having enough footage. It ended up being kind of like too short and too crappy, so I just decided I'm gonna redo that video again with a different Pokemon, and maybe this time get past the second gym to actually have a decent video to put out. So I'm not gonna just put a video out that I dislike. So instead, we're just gonna do a tier list, and we're just gonna get right into it. You know the drill: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and trash. We'll start with Alolan Exeggutor. So Alolan Exeggutor, Palm Tree. I'm not really too sure of my opinions on it. It is Grass Dragon type, which is a cool typing, but from its design, it's like a stretched out. It's just stretched out as Exeggutor. Well, Exeggutor, but it had its neck stretched out, which is pretty goofy. But it was like one of the first ever regional variants, so I gotta give it credit. I'm probably gonna put it. I'm gonna say C tier now, because I don't exactly like it. Normal Exeggutor isn't the best either, but I guess it's not that bad, honestly. There are many better regional variants, just like this one, Alolan Vulpix. Alolan Vulpix is really adorable. I know it's a fan favorite. Same with Alolan Ninetales, and yeah, it's just really adorable. Kind of like regular Vulpix, but I think I personally prefer this Vulpix to regular Vulpix. So I'm gonna actually put it in A tier. I also used Alolan Ninetales as one of my mains when I played Pokemon Unite, so I kind of have like a soft spot for this. But it's also definitely one Pokemon I want to use in a main series team in the future. The 4 times weakness to Ice kind of hinders it though. Alolan Ninetales, very majestic, very cool. I don't exactly remember where I put them in my Ice type tier list, but put them in both in A tier for now. The next two though, people normally like, between these two counterparts, people normally like the Ninetales line much better than the Sandslash line. But in my opinion, the Sandslash line is by far superior. They turned an already cool Sandshrew and Sandslash into they made them even better. Like Sandshrew is, in my opinion, Alolan Sandshrew is one of the most adorable Pokemon of all time, and Alolan Sandslash is one of the coolest Pokemon of all time, literally and figuratively. And I'm pretty sure they were in my top 20 favorite Pokemon video when I used the website to rank each Pokemon. So yeah, definitely one of the best regional variants that they came up with. Meowth. I like the idea of Meowth getting a regional variant in like almost every region, because you know cats are like global. There's many different breeds and types of cats all around the world. Execution wise though, it's not really the best. I feel it looks a bit awkward, and I think just regular Meowth looks better. especially regular Persian. Cantonian Persian looks a lot better than Alolan Persian. Its head is too round, no, not too round, like too overly, too like, it just looks too weird. I don't exactly hate it as much as like other people, which is why I'm gonna actually move it up to D tier. No, I'm gonna keep this in, yeah. Probably I like the Meowth design better because it looks a bit more natural than the Persian Alolan variant, but it just feels a bit weird. Just to look at it, feels uncomfortable to look at. Galarian version though, they did a much better job, but we'll get to that later. Alolan Marowak. I was quite fond of Marowak before. I liked its backstory and its design and its concept. But Alolan Marowak made it so much better, and made it also usable. So I kind of put it up here in like, I like it more than Ninetales, so I'll put it Alolan Marowak above Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Raichu, I really like it. It's really cute. It's also really cool. It's good stats. Good typing as well. Electric Psychic, very unique typing. But honestly, people, I think it's a bit overrated because people really like it. Like it's a fan favorite Alolan variant, but to me, it's like just kind of above average. And which reminds me just to say, because I didn't mention this in the intro, that these the rankings, these on the tier list, will be my opinion. They are not based on competitive capabilities. They're not based on how good they are in battle. They are based on my opinions on them, based on their design, how much I've used them before, their concept, like any experiences I had with them, and like how much fun I had using them in battle. I'm sorry, I've been like working all day. My brain is completely fried. But yeah, Rattata is. I like regular Rattata a lot more than Alolan Rattata. But Alolan Rattata is still alright. I'll probably put it C tier. Eradicate though, they kind of messed it up. Like its cheeks, pouches are like, not like his fat cheeks are like, not that. That's kind of weird out of context. Wait, but are these chubby cheeks? Like the thing Scorvet has cheek pouches. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I know that's supposed to be intentional and natural, but it just feels weird looking at it. I definitely prefer Rattata over it, so I'll put it in D tier. Grimer, I'm not the biggest fan of Grimer and Muck Cantonian versions, and Grimer Cantonian Alolan version also the same. Put it in like C tier. Muck, however, was a massive improvement. I like its concept, I like its design, its execution, its ability, and like just overall made Muck actually a really cool Pokemon. I'll put it in B tier, below Raichu. Diglett is one of the worst. I wouldn't say worst. I would just say most uncreative design so far. For a regional variant, they just added hair to it, made it a bit like more rocky at the bottom. Changed the tone a bit, and it's they could have done a lot more, but it's still just regular Diglett with a bit of hair, and I like its concept, so I'll probably put it below Grimer. Alolan Dugtrio though, I don't like how its hair just looks like natural hair. I know it's supposed to be fake hair from like the metal thingies that grow on like volcanic rock, but it just feels weird just to see that it has human style hair on, and 3 different ones on each Diglett. No, I don't like it, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I would actually say it's trash. Geodude, regional variant, electric type. It gains the electric type. I would say depending on like the forms. No, sorry, the stage. I'd prefer one over the other. But in Geodude, I would say I prefer Alolan Geodude over regular Geodude. So I'd probably put it like in C tier, like high C tier. Graveler, though, I prefer regular Graveler over to this Graveler. This Graveler just looks a bit too weird. And I really want to use Alolan Golem on my team. So if I ever play a Gen 7 game again, I'll probably use Alolan Golem. But I just know Graveler will be... looks way too... I don't know how to describe it. I just prefer regular Graveler. So I'll put it like... I'll put it below Executor. Alolan Golem, though, looks really cool. I know it's really strong and I really want to use one. I prefer it over regular... No, do I prefer it over regular Golem? I don't think so. But yeah, I actually prefer regular Golem over this. But the thing like on top of it, that like shoots out electricity, that looks really cool. And yeah, I just really want to use one because I know it's really strong in competitive. I'm pretty sure it was strong in small guns at one point. I don't exactly remember because I'm a VGC guy. Wheezing. This is a cool take on like air pollution, how like you need a burn, coughing, and then it will evolve. But then I just don't like its top hat. Other than the top hat, actually, the top hat, now that I'm thinking about it, is like kind of like a chimney. So like with smoke coming out. Maybe if it's like without like the top hat aesthetic, it would have made it look better. Otherwise, it would just be a different colored Wheezing. And I like the chimney aspect, but it just feels weird seeing a Pokemon with a top hat, because it's already weird seeing a Pokemon with hair, and a Pokemon with a hat that just looks too much like a normal human hat. Doesn't really make sense. So I'd probably still put it like in C tier. Probably no, I'll put it in B tier, like below Golem. Now we're getting to some better ones. Zigzagoon, Galarian Zigzagoon and Galarian Linoon. They took regular Zigzagoon and regular Linoon, which are already cool Pokemon, and made them better. Like seeing Galarian Linoon run around in the overworld is one of the coolest things in the wild area. Like you just jump out of nowhere so fast and it'll just run into you. It actually looks like a dangerous creature while running around in the wild area, which I really like about it. And Galarian Zigzagoon also looks cool. They evolve into Obstagoon, which is an amazing Pokemon, and like amazing execution. And like more Pokemon, early stage normal types should get regional variants like Sentret, but they need to make sure that they get a regional variant like the Zigzagoon line and not the Rattata line. Ponyta, I know a lot of people like the Ponyta Galarian version. Personally, I like Galarian Ponyta. It is really cute, but Galarian Rapidash is a bit underwhelming. And yeah, that's really all I really have to say for it. I didn't like how you had to I'd say it's above Raichu. No, I say below Raichu. It's a bit underwhelming, but it still looks really cool. But I didn't like how you had to like watch that live stream and just to see like 3 seconds of it, like that few hour live stream, to see like 3 seconds of a Ponyta being revealed. Galarian Meowth. I like Berserker and I like the idea, like I like the design and the concept, but yeah, there's not really much to say bad about it, but there's not really much to say good either. It has good design and good concept, but clearly the better Meowth regional variant, and in my opinion the best Meowth out of all the 3. But I really hope they do more Meowths in the future, because I like the cat idea, or maybe like a different cat like Delcatty. Farfetch. This is the most unneeded regional variant. Regular Farfetch and Cantonian Farfetch should have been just the one to evolve in the first place, because people wanted an evolution for Farfetch so it can get better and be usable, and just having a regional variant version, getting one, just ruins the whole point of like Farfetch even getting a regional variant, getting an evolution, because Cantonian Farfetch doesn't get better. But either way, I'd say it's like here, in like low B tier, high A tier, high C tier, sorry, because it just looks like a regular Farfetch with a bigger leak that has the different stat. and actually evolves into a really good Pokemon. Corsola. Galarian Corsola, I like the message, I like the theme and concept. Really good execution, really tanky and good and competitive. I'm pretty sure. I know it's good and competitive when you play like random battles, like showdown, random singles battles. It would just stall out, and it's so tanky. One of the better pre-evolution regional variants for sure. Yeah, Max as well. Yeah, Max is also a really good pre-evolution regional variant, and its like whole concept is really cool. Runerigus is really unique, and its evolution method is also really I really like it. I know people find it tedious and a bit annoying, and like how you're supposed to know that without the internet. But I thought it was like I want more like evolution methods like that. It's a real cool idea. I'll put a high C tier. No, I'll probably switch these two. Yeah, I'll probably also bring you down here, and I'll bring you up there. We don't talk about that one. Darumaka. Galarian Darumaka. I like regular Darumaka a bit more, but Galarian Darumaka is also really cute, and yeah, he's just so goofy. And I like the snowman, abominable snowman concept from it. It's just like it looks very goofy. Like Galarian Diamantis looks like it just has a mustache and a freaking afro, but it's supposed to resemble like snowman, which I really like. Also really good ability, like the Zen mode form. It looks really cool. Ice fire type. I really like it. So I'll probably put it high B tier. I wouldn't say it's A tier. Stunfisk, very goofy bear trap Pokemon. Not really much else to say about it. I have a shiny one in Pokemon Go, which is pretty cool, but there's not really much to say about it, other than it's a bit annoying when I just run through a cave and it just pops out. Slowpoke. Honestly, I'm not too big of a fan of it, mostly because the Isles of Armor, I just kind of sped through it as fast as I could just to get to just to complete it, and then eventually go to Crown Tundra. So I didn't really get to like bond with like Slowpoke line that much or use it that much, but based on the design, I'd rank it above Exeggutor. Slowbro and Slowking. I prefer Slowbro over Slowking. Slowking just looks a bit goofy and weird, but Slowbro looks like an upgraded Slowbro. I prefer this Slowbro over Cantonian Slowbro. I'm not sure about Johto Slowking over this Slowking, but I'll probably put Slowbro up here and Slowking like what's Slowking down here? Now the regional birds. The regional Galarian variant of the Cantonian birds. Articuno. I'm Team Mystic, but I heard that it's the Ice Articuno, and just every time I look at it, it just reminds me of the Cyclops, the X-Men, from the X-Men, and its concept is also really cool. How it floats using psychic powers. It's also really strong in battle. I know that. But yeah, overall, I prefer regular Cantonian Articuno, which is different compared to like Zapdos and Moltres here. I definitely prefer the Galarian versions over the Cantonian versions. But Articuno, I prefer the Cantonian versions. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's still pretty cool, and I place it above Darmanitan. Zapdos, I really like the Roadrunner style aesthetic. It looks like I like all the spikes in this design. It just looks really cool. How it just runs in the overworld is amazing, and Thunderous Kick is also just a cool sounding move. Definitely in A tier. Moltres though. Moltres originally was one I just thought it was like cool and above average, but I wasn't really fond of. In Kanto, Moltres is my least favorite out of the three, but in Galar, Moltres is definitely my favorite out of the three. Mostly because it was one of the Pokemon I used the most in Pokemon Sword and Shield VGC, like Gen 8 VGC. Very powerful Pokemon, just Fiery Wrath, Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath. I forgot what else I had on it. I think I had like Hurricane, and maybe I forgot the last one, Protect or Tailwind, if we could even get Tailwind. But yeah, one of those. Oh, it was Taunt probably. But yeah, I just had Life Orb on it, and as soon as it got Berserk, it just swept the whole team of the opponents. I just enjoyed using it so much back in Gen 8, so which brought it all the way up here, and it made me realize how cool the design is. It made me enjoy the design a lot more. Now we're on to the Hisuian variants. Growlithe. I prefer regular Growlithe. I don't like how its hair covers its head, but it's still really cool, and just a rock type Growlithe is just really cute and interesting. So I'll probably put it above Slowking. I'll put it above Slowking. Arcanine, on the other hand, I have a for my team, my main series team in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I used a Alpha Arcanine, and it just looks so cool. It's ginormous and it's like really strong. Fire Rock type. It's 4 times weak to ground, 4 times weak to water. But when you have a grass type in the back, Galarian Decidueye, it just like the pairing can just stop anything. Those two were like, and Azuri and Zoroark were like definitely the carry of the team, and I just enjoyed using it a lot. One of the highlights of my Legends Arceus playthrough. But I definitely will go back to finishing Legends Arceus one day, but right now it's just Scarlet and Violet. That's all I'm spending my time on. Braviary. I really like the concept, especially like the psychic. I don't even know what you call these, like eye looking things. I've used one in my main series team, and it was pretty strong. But most of these I used on my main series team, if they're new. But yeah, I'd probably put it above Ninetales. Yeah, I dislike the flying mechanic in Legends Arceus. I definitely prefer it in Scarlet and Violet. But there's not really much to say. I'm stuck on what to say. It's just either I like it or I don't. If I prefer it over regular Braviary, compared to regular Braviary, I do like it more. I like its stats, not stat, typing more as well. Flying Psychic is a more flexible type than flying normal. Like gets boost stab, and then its signature move is also really strong, and I really enjoyed using it. Now Zorua and Zoroark. Zorua, like amazing. It's really cute. It's like cool looking, sleek, and just I still have yet to watch the Legends Arceus animated version, the animated series. But I really want to watch it. I wanted like shiny one as well, but like I waited all the way until the end of the game just to catch one for my team. It was definitely worth it, because Zoroark became one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Definitely an S tier. Hisuian Zoroark, definitely an upgrade of regular Zoroark. The whole concept is amazing. The whole execution is amazing. I just wish his shiny was a bit better. But yeah, it's phenomenal Pokemon. Amazing typing as well. Voltorb and Electrode, not really much to say about these two. I kind of like them the same amount. And a bit better than the Cantonian versions. But yeah, there's not really much to say other than a winning Pokemon is a cool concept. I put it above Slowking, but below Corsola. Decidueye. At first, I picked my starter in Legends Arceus without knowing what they evolved into. I like Cyndaquil the most out of like the 3 originals. I like that Frozen the most out of the 3 like non-Hisuian versions. But my friend picked Cyndaquil, so I was deciding between Oshawott and Rowlet. And I decided Rowlet because I didn't fully dislike Rowlet. I just disliked Oshawott. So, and I'm glad I did, because Decidueye is definitely my favorite out of the three. Typhlosion was definitely my least favorite out of the three. I definitely prefer Wicked Typhlosion a lot more. But yeah, grass fighting. I don't like how we got two grass fighting in the same same region, same game. But you definitely the carry early on, and eventually still one of the best Pokemon I use late game. Definitely up there in the S tier. Typhlosion was kind of disappointing. I want to put it in D tier, but my friend's gonna kill me, so I'm gonna put it above. Darumaka. Samurott looks really cool. Definitely an upgrade from regular Samurott. I just wish they gone more with the samurai aesthetic, and just add it more. Just add it more in general, because it just looks too similar to regular Samurott, but just a lot better. I don't know how that works. Like it barely any change, but it made Samurott look a lot better. Because originally Samurott is not even that good, in my opinion. But this definitely looks really cool, and I want to use one. Water Dark seems like a really good typing. I've enjoyed using Sharpedo, I've enjoyed using Crawdon, and I really want to use Oshawott eventually. Well, Samurott, not Oshawott. Oshawott and Duat still suck. Sliggoo and Goodra. Sliggoo, at first I thought it was just freaking pool. What's it called? Those pool ring thingies. But yeah, it's shiny. Just looks like it's poo, which I really like. I'm not saying that it looks bad. I just like the fact that it just looks like poo, because I find it funny. But Goodra, people criticize it for not changing too much apart from its shell, but I still like them both. They both have good typings as well. Dragon Steel. I'd probably put in low B tier, but because I use Goodra on my team, and I definitely enjoyed it, I'm gonna put it above Ninetales. Lilligant. I'm pretty sure I use Lilligant on my team. In like swapping it out with Decidueye every now and again. But I definitely didn't enjoy using it as much because I had a much better grass fighting type on the team. And it kind of looks a bit weird. To me, I think just because its legs are like pink and white, and the rest of its body is like green, that just makes it look very weird to me. If its legs were green and like leafy, I'm pretty sure I'd like it a lot more, like its design a lot more. But yeah, Lilligant is an underrated Pokemon in my opinion, and I put it like above Rapidash. Quillfish needed an evolution, and I'm gonna make the same argument as Farfetch, that regular Quillfish needed the evolution instead of just having a regional variant that evolves, because like Quillfish is already a bad Pokemon stat wise, not design wise, so it didn't really need a regional variant that looks the exact same but just evolves, so which is kind of unfair towards regular Quillfish. So I'll put it below Farfetch, because that just only makes sense. Basculin, I could also say the same thing if Basculegion wasn't such a cool Pokemon. Basculegion is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon in that region, in Hisui. One that I really enjoyed riding like around the world. Like the other Mount Honorable Pokemon like Ursaluna, Weirdeer, Braviary, like I just use them for travel. Sneasler though kind of was the worst out of the 5 definitely, but the other 3, which is like travel mounts, I didn't really care too much for them. But Basculegion, I would just go around riding Basculegion, just dashing around for fun, and I really enjoyed that. And Basculin, just to catch one, was really difficult, but I eventually got one with a good good nature. So I probably put it above Electrode. It was really worth it because Basculegion was like really cool, and one of the as soon as it was revealed, I wanted to use one instantly. Sneasel, I definitely prefer regular Sneasel. I definitely prefer Weavile over Sneasler, but it's an alright Pokemon. I don't really have much to say about it. I probably put it above above Farfetch. Avalugg. A lot of people dislike it. Personally, I think his jaw thing is cool. I just don't like the body being very different to like the back. But I know it was like intentional, so I don't mind it. It's also like the Titan version. The Titan fight was kind of annoying, which made me dislike it a bit. But overall, it was still a really cool Pokemon, and I want to use it more. It's on my team, but I haven't used it enough because it's slow, and I kind of like dropped Pokemon Legends Arceus. But I'm gonna pick it back up in the future, and I'm definitely gonna use it. I like it like around the same as Lilligant. Wooper is one of the best Pokemon from Paldea. It's adorable, like chocolate Wooper. It just screams adorable to me. One of my favorite Pokemon from Paldea. My favorite Pokemon from Paldea is Clodsire. Yeah, it is Clodsire. So, and I already love regular Wooper and Quagsire, but just turning them, like making them chocolate and a poison ground with like these like poison-looking things, bone things on the side, like perfection. I'd say it's like around the same as like as a Alolan Sandshrew in terms of cuteness. Now the Tauros variants. All the Tauros. Also, this is like the first time I'm seeing their official art. This actually makes me like them a lot more than I originally did. I like the fire one the best out of the three, which is kind of based from bias because I picked Scarlet. The water one also looks really cool. I really want to use them because they have good typings. Not good, interesting typings. Not the normal one though. The normal one is just pure fighting. But I definitely want to use the fire type and the water type, fire breed, water breed, on my team one day. I know I can do with I can use the fire typing one, but the water typing one I need to get my friend to trade me one. But they made regular Tauros, which is already a cool looking Pokemon, a lot cooler. So I gotta put them in. I'd say you can go there and you can go there, but regular breed can go there. And there you have it. This is my regional variants tier list of every Pokemon from Gen 7 and all the way to Gen 9 that got a regional variant. Alolan, Paldean, Hisuian, and Galarian Pokemon that just changed. Was it Divergent Evolution? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Divergent Evolution. A lot of really cool ones up here in the S tier, like Zoroark, Sandslash, Moltres. A lot of bad ones. Not really a lot of bad ones, a lot of meh ones though. But yeah, what are you guys' opinion? What do you think of regional variants in general? Tell me in the comments below. What is your favorite regional variant? To me, my favorite is Hisuian Zoroark clearly, and then followed by Hisuian Sandslash. Sorry, Alolan Sandslash, my bad. Yeah, tell me in the comments which is your favorite, which is your least favorite, where do you agree with me, which one do you disagree with, and yeah, just tell me in the comments your opinion as well, because I'd be glad to hear other people's opinions on Pokemon that I also really enjoy or really hate. And I know today this is gonna be uploaded on Chinese New Year, so all of you that celebrates Chinese New Year, happy Chinese New Year to you. I don't, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, this video was a lot quicker than my other shirtless videos, so yeah, let me just wrap it up. I'm just rambling on nonsense. I'm really tired. I need to get some rest, but yeah. See you all next time for hopefully a a Pokemon random solo run. Randomly generate Pokemon Emerald, I'm pretty sure. Pokemon Emerald solo run Ironmon on Nuzlocke. So until then, happy Chinese New Year and see y'all next time.